Alright guys, welcome to another day in front of the house. This is a great sunny day, and hopefully you've been watching the videos on the house if you're interested in purchasing the house. And today I wanted to show you some of the unique features of the outside of the house, because we've gone through the inside and you've seen some aerials and all that, but I want to get some details of the outside. It'll be pretty short, and then I'm going to do some, like, here's some AI things that we were looking at that kind of simulate what we were going to do in the future to just give you some idea for potential for this property. But right now we're going to go around to the side of the house over here. This would be the east side of the house, and we're going to talk about the RV pad. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about today is the RV pad. And you'd be like, well, I'd rather have a big RV garage, and a lot of people put a 40 or 50 foot RV garage, you know, on the house. So we do have a large center garage. You've seen that on the outside, and it's really designed for a boat. So we kept our 22 foot ski boat in there, and we thought it would be better to keep a boat in the garage than the RV. And I'm going to kind of go through that in a minute why. I have put a 24 foot RV in there with no problem at all, but it's just not really meant for the RV, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so as we're talking about the RV pad here, you can see that we have our whole house backup generator, which there's a whole video on that separately, so I'd encourage you to watch that. But the RV pad, so the intention here was to develop a parking area for an RV that looked like you're in an RV park. So we've planted a lot of plants around here to create a hedge. A lot of them haven't grown up yet, but the idea is to have a big privacy hedge all the way around here, so that you can pull in, and we have full hookups here. So in this box here, we have a 50 amp, a 30 amp, and a 20 amp circuit, and those are proper RV plugs. And I mentioned it in another video, the 50 amp RV circuit that's out here, you can actually plug an EV in if you wanted to charge an EV out here. But we thought if we're going to run the RV, which is really what we wanted to do, is open it up, turn on the propane, turn on the water heater, turn the fridge on, and we didn't want fumes in the garage. And also we thought maybe if there's guests that come in from interstate or come visit us, that they can pull into the RV pad and be at home here. So we have full power hookups here. There's water on either side that you can hook up the RV to. We don't have sewer, and the reason we don't is because we didn't want RV dump to go into the septic system. We just didn't think that was a good idea. But there is an RV dump station. There's two of them nearby, one in Middleton that's free, and another one at a Maverick gas station that I don't know what they charge, probably not very much. But there are two dump stations right nearby, so we didn't think that was a big deal. But again, this is meant to be a nice natural setting once this hedge grows up, so it's really kind of nice. Let's see, other things. Yeah, so what I was going to do ultimately with this was build a big RV port, like a carport, but an RV port. And that way, when you do keep an RV here, at least it's protected from the elements, you know, the sun and the rain and the snow. So I was going to put an RV, you know, port here. And so I'm going to show you what the concept of that was, what that was going to look like. Now keep in mind that this is an AI image, so it's kind of skewed and not perfect, but should give you an idea of what we're going to do here. So have a look at this image. Okay, so now that I've kind of showed you what the concept looks like, gives you an idea. Like I said, you can build it any way you want, and there's some really nice designs out there. I don't think it's going to be a lot of money to build that. And again, you got everything here already to plug your RV in and be hooked up, so that RV port would just add another level of protection and a nice setting all the way around. So we think that's a really good option for RV parking over having an RV garage. Okay, so now we are on the east side of the house. This is a fully fenced pasture. It's a smaller one, obviously, than the larger one that we have in the back. And you'll notice that we started to put a driveway in here, an asphalt driveway. We didn't complete it, right? And the reason why is because we were looking at building a big barn out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the concepts for a barn that we were going to build here, and there's a lot of different things you can do. You can build a workshop out here, you know, just like I said, a lot of things. But let me just show you some images. Again, keep in mind it's AI, so it twists the fence around and does weird things, but it should give you an idea of what a barn or workshop could look like in this pasture. Okay, so again, a really nice area for a barn or a pasture, or sorry, a barn or a workshop. And there's just so much potential here. And with this driveway, we felt that it would add that access that you need if you wanted to be able to park your car in there, or you wanted to park a tractor, or just whatever you wanted to do with this space. Now, getting back to the reason the driveway is not finished, we have a 200 amp power panel that we use for the RV circuit. There's 60 amps of power out there. And what we wanted to do was pull power out of that box and across this area here to the workshop or shed. So we didn't want to rip up the driveway to do that. So we stopped short so we could do that. The other reason that we didn't finish right away was because that's our well down there. And so we had somebody come in and put those big blocks around it because we were concerned that if you're driving up and down in the driveway that there's a possibility that you could hit the well. So we put that up, and then we figured you'd just take the asphalt and continue it out and around the well, and you would already have your power pulled across. Now, you could pull the power across and just leave an open conduit in there and build later and finish the driveway, completely up to you. The other thing is, we weren't sure how far we were going to go with the driveway, but I'm going to show you again an AI image of what the finished driveway could look like and what the intent was for the driveway. So let me show you that image right now. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good idea of what the driveway could look like. There's a lot of potential here. And the other thing about the driveway is it offers a ton of parking. So if you wanted extra parking out here, you would have that. It also allows you just a lot of flexibility in terms of, we operated a tractor in here. So we'd always bring the tractor down to get into these pastures and around the sides of the property and out to our garden box. So that was why we kind of designed it the way we did, but you can see that there's a ton of potential for what you can do here. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the potential for this property. And yeah, so that's all I wanted to show you today. All right, guys, so that's it. As you can see, we're coming into spring. This will just be a whole wall of yellow as these forsythia come into bloom. That'll just be solid yellow across there. Again, the RV pad, we talked about the driveway, the pastures, great property, 2 acres. If you guys are interested, in the description will be all the details to contact our real estate agent. And from there, he'll give you all kinds of details. You can ask questions, whatever you want to do. And yeah, so that's the house. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, just drop a comment, let me know, and we'll answer them.